Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to Grumpus on Fire. I'm Grumpus. Well, tomorrow's Labor Day and the majority of us are going to be out on the pit. Except me, I'm going to be on the pit today. I got my hands on some extra thick, meaty beef ribs. I'll throw those on the Lone Star grill, smoke them up with some pecan wood. Got a special rub we're going to try today. Haven't tried it before, so we'll see how that turns out. So stick around. I think you'll like this one. Well, we're just going to trim this up like I would trim up a brisket. I may take a little bit more fat off than I would with a brisket because I want this to really absorb my rub real close, real good. You know, being in Texas, beef country, I know there's got to be a lot of nice butchers in the area, but it seems like it's kind of hard to find them. You know, butcher shops, good butcher shops, getting kind of far and few between. Well, I'm trying to support local businesses whenever I can because I want them to be available to me when I need them. So the more people I can direct, better chance I have of having the business there when I need them. So this meat today, let me show you this meat. Probably can't see it from there. Look how thick this is. That's a good 3 inches thick right there. Probably 2 inches above the bone. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bone slab. Went into the butcher shop. Didn't see exactly what I wanted. Told them what I wanted. They went back and pulled out a whole side. Cut out what I needed. That local business I'm talking about, now they didn't sponsor this, but I got to give credit where credit's due. So any of you guys in the North Houston, Spring area, I got this from B&W Meat Market up on Shepherd, North Shepherd, just a few miles south of 45. Go in there, they got a lot of nice stuff, but they're busy too. So like I said, if you don't see what you want, tell them what you want and they will cut it for you. They've never let me down anytime I've gone in there. But just bear with me while I get rid of all this. Looks like I'm cutting pretty deep, but I want that hard fat off of there. We got plenty of meat on these. I know it looks like I'm hacking in there pretty deep, but it's not. Plus we're getting a lot of that silver skin off at the same time, because it's right underneath that fat. Already started my fire. In fact, you've probably already seen that part. Just like a brisket, you can get carried away with these and just pick at it for hours. That's pretty much it. There's no loose hanging parts. There we go. Let me clean up this mess and I'll be right back. Let's see how these back sides look. Good thing I looked. We'd have been barbecuing paper today. Not too bad. Well, I'm going to leave that alone because nobody's going to eat down that far anyway. And this membrane will help hold these ribs together because they're going to get really soft later. And I don't want to fall apart. Let's rubber down. Alright, today we are going to use binder. I've got some prepared horseradish. This is the creamy stuff. And we like this on prime ribs, so why not ribs? So we're going to use that as a binder, and then I'll show you the seasoning here in a second. Get a good wad of that on here. Not as creamy as I thought it would be, but I think it's going to be delicious just the same. Get all the edges. I'm not going to worry about the membrane side. I'm not even going to turn this over. We'll get all the edges real good. Not sure what this is going to do, but it can't hurt, right? Well, I'm going to use a new seasoning today. While I was waiting on my meat to be cut, I walked over and had a whole aisle full of rubs. So they, B&W, see, I don't know if you see there or not. B&W Meat has a line of their own rubs. So I figure, let's try it. I would think meat people have a pretty good handle on what goes good with it. So we're going to try that today. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I just want to give them a mention. A lot of people ask me in the comments where I get my meat. So this is a local company. We're going to really put this on. Load her up. So you got some big particles in it. I tasted a little bit of it. It tasted pretty good. I don't want to rub this too much because I don't want to displace my horseradish. Pat that in. We do not want to forget our edges. There's a lot of meat right there, boy. I think that's going to really bark up nice. One more, here we go. Look how thick that is. I can't wait to try these. Hope you all are having a good holiday weekend. My intention was to get this video up by Labor Day, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. That's tomorrow. I'm not the fastest editor in the world. Here we go. that ain't enough, there isn't enough. So we're going to let that just sit there and get happy for a while. I'm going to go out and check my fire. It should be coming up to temperature pretty quick, if not already. And I'll see you outside when I get ready to put this on. Alright, let's see how our pit's doing. Looks like we're just about 260 right there. About 280 right there. And about 290 right over here. So it looks like our pit's up to temperature. Let's check that fire, see how she's looking. There we are. Nice bed of coals. Got a log over here ready to pop on as soon as we need it. I think it's time to get that meat going. Hot, hot, hot. Don't these look gorgeous? Here we go. Pull them up just a little bit. Here we go. A water pan down here, closest to the fire. Kind of block that a little bit. And we'll slip this water pan over here where it seems to run the hottest. Now, I've been asked how come I use 2 water pans. Well, a lot of times I forget to use water altogether. But when I remember, I generally use 2 because these are small pans, little disposable pans. And one of them seems to run dry, usually on the longer cooks, but I've noticed if I put 2 of them on there, they don't run as dry as quick. Besides that, it just looks really cool on YouTube. Hey, I want to be sure and give credit where credit's due. The horseradish binder was not my idea. I stole that from a fellow YouTube barbecue guy, Cooking with Corey. Last week I was in one of his live chats, and he was talking about using the horseradish sauce on ribs. And I thought, man, that sounds pretty good, but also go good with beef. So I'll put a link to his channel up above and also down in the description. He's got some excellent recipes on his site. So check it out, give Corey some love, and tell him Grumpus sent you. Thanks, Corey. Well, the ribs have been on for 2 hours. I haven't peeked yet. It's time to take a look and give it a spritz. Let me just show you quickly the difference those water pans make. As you know, if you've watched my other videos, the left thermometer usually reads the hottest of the horizontal, and the top center is usually the coolest of the 3. But check this out. This has been holding for 2 hours. We are at 235. Up here we are at 225, 230. And over here, get out of the shadow, we are also at 230. So the water pans definitely make a difference. I'm telling myself it's the moisture. The reality is it might just be blocking the airflow a little bit, keeping things stirred up a little more even. But regardless, it does make a difference. So we'll keep that in mind on future cooks. Alright, today we're spritzing with some Red's peach ale. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. This is what I had in my hand at the time, so that's what we're spritzing with. Alright, we'll come back and check on these in about another hour. Alright, we'll let y'all take a peek at the fire. I noticed I had a little bit of smoke, more than usual. So checking closer, I can see that my preheated log has caught fire. So get that thing scooted over and get that smoke cleared up. Alright, so we just rolled that over. Kind of pushed everything back to the back corner a little bit, keep it contained. Smoke is gone. Put another log in there to preheat. Back to business as usual. Good clean smoke. Well, it's been 5 hours since we put these on. Let's take a peek, see how we're looking. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Well, I've been spritzing these about every 30 minutes ever since the 2 hour mark. Our smoke has been really clean today, so we're not getting a lot of black on this. Maybe that's part of the bark, due to the bark, or the rub, I mean. Tell you what, let's put a temperature probe on these. I haven't checked them since we put them on. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, 187, the thick part. And still a little resistance there. 184, thin part over here. And 82. These are coming along nice. They're not done, but they're doing really nice. 180. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin that dude around and see how our pullback is on the other side. Wow, them bones are already. That is hot. Am I out of the way? Look how thick that meat is. You see that? And this is my hand. You can see how thick that is. So let's let this rock another, well, I'm guessing it's probably got another couple hours to go. We'll spritz it again. I've about gone through this whole bottle. I'll spritz it again another 30 minutes and I'll let y'all take a peek in another hour. Alright, boys and girls, we've hit the 6 hour mark. Let's check these dudes out. Holy Luke. Look at that. Well, I've been spritzing every 30 minutes since the 2 hour mark. These are starting to take on some pretty good color. Big as these are, I'm not going to wrap them. I'm just going to let them roll. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate them again. It looks like we've lost one whole bone right here. But we're going to try to leave that there and protect the meat. Kind of act like a shield. See if I can get this turned around without burning myself. Whew. Look there. Look how thick that is. Alrighty. We'll let me spritz this side here. Guys, we've gone through a bottle and a half of spritz. But I've been taking these pretty low and pretty low temperature. And we're going to ride this thing out no matter how long it takes. Alright, we are at the 9 hour mark. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, that's looking pretty choice. Look at here. See that jiggle? A little spritz. Obviously, we've lost our daylight. Let's just give these another hour. Get ribs of meat this thick on it. And one of the drawbacks is you're looking at brisket times when it comes to cooking these dudes. So I've kept my temps low today. We've been hovering around 225. Sometimes we hit 250, but it's been between 225 and 250 all day. So let's close this up. See you in an hour. Alright guys, we are at 9.5 hours. I've decided to go ahead and wrap this because I'm afraid the small end down here is going to dry out on me before this gets ready. So we're just going to go ahead and put a wrap on it. If I can get my butcher in here. And we'll just cheat that way and go ahead and get it wrapped up. Go ahead and get as much moisture in here as we can. Tell you what, that foil's not big enough. Let me get another piece. Shiny side in. Tell you what, before I completely wrap that up, I'm going to take the rest of our spritz and put some moisture in there. There we go. That ought to take care of it. Wrap that up good and tight. And there we go. See if that'll push things along. Put it back up here. Alrighty. We'll give that another hour and we'll check it again. We are at the 11.5 hour mark. Let's see if this thing is ready yet. Yeah, I think we're there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's going in really nice now. Yep, we're done. Yes, sir. Alright, let's take that off. I'm going to take it inside, loosely tin it. We'll let it rest about 45 minutes. And then let's slice into it, see if it was worth the wait. Alright, well these have been resting about 45 minutes. Let's check them out and see how we did. Well, these are still pretty hot. And just come right in here like that. Oh wow. Yep, hit a bone. Let me move over a little bit. There we go. Yes, sir. Let's look at these. Look at that. Can you see that? It's so hot I can't hardly hang on to it, but it definitely has rendered that fat down. Not much of a smoke ring, a little bit, but I'm not going to cut all that up. We'll have to eat that tomorrow. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Boy, just check this out. I'd say that's definitely worth the wait. There's a piece right here. Some bark on it. Boy, it's pretty hot. Try some of this. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, that was definitely worth the wait. Just almost decadent. Fatty. Really, really beefy. That rub's pretty good. I gotta tell you, that rub was a 14-ounce bag. It was $3. Well, in total, we ended up cooking 11 and a half hours. Might as well picked up a brisket, right? So anyway, I think it was a pretty good cook. Next time I definitely need to start earlier. I was estimated maybe a 6-7 hour cook on this, and 11 and a half hours later we're finally cutting into it. But it was well worth the wait. Hey, if you can find some ribs with that kind of meat on them, grab them. Can't say enough about the local butcher where I picked these things up. He had a case full of them, didn't see what I wanted. He went back to the back and pulled something out of the cooler and cut me just what I wanted. So anyway, I hope you've all liked what I've done today. I hope you all had a good Labor Day, safe Labor Day. Some of you guys on the East Coast, we're thinking about you, and I hope you all go through this thing okay. And hey, if you like what we've done today, hit that like button and be sure and share the video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? We'd sure appreciate it if you wanted to do that. So thanks for tuning in to Grumpus on Fire. I'm Grumpus. We'll see you next time.